Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma iftah 'alaina hikmataka wa anshur 'alaina min khaza'ini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidna ilman warzuqna fahman. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa liwalidayya warhamhuma kama rabbayani shaghira. Wassallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you Ismail. Alright, kejap nah. Mana pula I punya ni? Sebentar ya kelas. Saya tengah mencari. Cari. Quality. So quality I tak touch lagi kan? Betul tak? Okay, so today I akan I just masuk untuk calculation part sahaja. Teori saya tak nak masuk. Selalu saya cakap saya tak nak masuk tapi saya masuk juga kan. Yang ini saya langsung tak masuk. Boleh ke? Alright, but please make sure you listen to the video Alright, so kenapa macam gini? Okay, control chart. Okay, control chart. Nampak tak kelas? Right. So control chart, it is a graphical tool. Nak I record ke? Ke tak perlu?
Record.
Okay, control chart. Okay, it is a graphical tool. Okay, that make conclusion about the status. Nampak tak? Dah ada belum record? Alright. Graphical tools that makes conclusion about the status of process control. It is based on the results of the sampling used. Okay, so basically you want to see, okay, you want to look at the status of the process. Okay, from there, okay, the operations manager can determine, okay, whether the output produced meet the quality standard or not. Alright. If the output do not meet with the quality standard, so they need to investigate what happened, okay, to that production. Okay, maybe there is something wrong, or maybe the raw materials, okay, there is defective items too much. That's why your finished good, okay, have so many defects, and corrective action should be taken. If the quality of the products exceed expectation, then the operations manager also should investigate the factor that contribute to the achievement so that your quality can be maintained. Tak adalah asyik batch yang ada batch yang that contains so many defect items, and then ada batch yang semua very good, okay, dia punya quality exceed expectation. So you need to investigate, okay, so that your quality can be maintained. So there are 4 steps in order for you to construct a P chart or the control chart. Okay, the first steps, you need to compute the fraction of unit defective. Okay, fraction defective. Okay, P, the small p here equals to X over N. X is number of defective units. Okay, N is your sample size. If the process is repeated, you will get several estimates of fraction defective. Then, by using this estimate, okay, of P, okay, P is your fraction defective. You can calculate the historical average fraction defective, P bar, P bertanda ke atas ni, average fraction defective for the process by using the equation. So basically, you need to find the average fraction defective, P bar, okay, equals to sum of X over sum of N. X you dah tahu, it is the defective units. N you dah tahu, sample size. So P bar, sum of X, okay, summation of defective units over sum of N, which is summation of the sample size. The sample size, small n here, P bar equals to sum of X over sum of N. Do you clear class over here? Okay. Then step number 2, SP bar. Okay. SP bar is standard deviation, P bar average fraction defective. Standard deviation of average fraction defective equals to P bar in bracket 1 minus P bar, close the bracket over N. Okay, square root. Don't forget the square root over here. Okay, the third step, you need to determine the control limit. Okay, the control limit 90%, the value, ya. Ada soalan, Farah? Okay, so 90% control limit, the z-score value is 1.64. Right, 95%, the value, z-score value 1.96. 95.45%, z-score value is 2. Okay, 99% ataupun 99.7%, z-score value equals to 3. Okay, 99% or 99.7%, the z-score value equals to 3. Alright, so next. Okay, after you identify the z-score value, okay, you need to find the upper control limit. UCL. Apa control limit? P bar plus in bracket Z multiply with your SP bar. You dah dapat tadi kat set tu SP bar. Okay, you multiply with your Z. Z ni mana? This Z is the value. The Z score value. Okay, for the UCL, P bar plus in bracket Z score value multiply with the standard deviation of average fraction defective ataupun SP bar. Kalau LCL, you minus. Vice versa. Okay, P bar minus in bracket Z, which is the value multiply with SP bar. Boleh tak kelas yang ni?
Boleh.
To do the conclusion. Okay, look at the example, this one 13-1. Bakar Aram Manufacturing Sdn Bhd has been having a problem with quality in one of their product lines. You have been asked to examine the facility. On the first day, you collected 10 samples of 20 products each. Okay, one sample contain 20 products. And the number of defective in each sample is as follows. Okay, there are 10 sample, 1 until 10. Okay, in each sample, okay, sample 1, there are defective item 3. You check 20 products and then you find out there are 3 defect items. Okay, you check sample number 2. From 20 products, there are 2 defect items. You clear class over here, the table over here. Okay. Okay, and so on until sample number 10. Okay, the sample number 3, 4, 5, 7, and 10, there is no defect item. So all the 20 products is in good condition. Okay, accepted. The quality is very good. Okay. Sample 6, okay, there are 2 defect items. Sample 8, there are 2 defect items also. And sample 9, there is only 1 defective item. Okay, question. Construct a P-chart by using a 95% confidence interval. Sometimes Z score value ni kadang-kadang dia bagi, kadang-kadang dia tak bagi. So kalau dia tak bagi, it means that you have to remember that one. Okay, the value. Kalau dia bagi, just take from the question given. Kalau tak bagi, dia just bagi control limit 95%. Kena ingatlah 1.96. Kalau dia bagi 95.45%, that is 2. Okay, and so on. Right? So, over here, remember, N, small n is the product that you check. So, which one is your sample size class? N. Okay, it is 20. Kenapa? Dia bukannya 10. 10 ni, you ada 10 sampel. Tapi setiap sampel, 20 produk you check. So, this is your N. Product that you check. You test, you check. Produk ni. Clear tak kelas? Okay. So, construct a P-chart. In order to construct P-chart, step 1 until 3 you kena tahu. Kena buat. Okay. Then plot the 10 samples collected. Kalau dia kata plot the samples collected, so it means that you have to find the fraction defective. Okay, based on the plotted data points, okay, what comment can you make? So, this is your conclusion. Okay, after you do the control chart. So, what is the answer? Okay, actually ini you buat setelah this one. Because actually this is from the text, saya patutnya ni ke bawah. Cari step 1 dulu, step 2, step 3, then baru buat this one. Okay, so how you get this table? Just copy back from the question given. Copy back from the question given. Okay, and then you add another column for fraction defective untuk table ni. Okay, ingat table ni you akan buat setelah you buat step 1 sampai 3. Right? So, number of error, this is number of defect. Okay, how you get the fraction defective? X over N. This is X. N adalah you punya sample size, the product you check, 20. So, ada 3 yang rosak daripada 20 produk you check. So, this is pecahan the fraction dia, the fraction defective. Okay, in the table, 2 decimal aja lah. Okay, untuk this chapter, 3 decimal I nak, kecuali dalam table, 2 decimal. Okay, tapi untuk final assessment, you bagi 2 ke 3 decimal bergantung kepada jawapan yang diberikan di dalam soalan. Sebab kita kampus berbeza-beza. So, lecturer berbeza-beza. Alright, so it depends pada lecturer tu lah. Okay, kalau you tengok dekat dalam soalan tu 2 decimal, so everything will start daripada 2. Tapi untuk I punya tutorial, 3 decimal. Usually, normally 3 lah. Kelas, clear tak? Okay.
Yeah, madam.
Alright.
Okay,
So
madam.
this is the first step. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, you need to find the average fraction defective. The P bar equals to sum of X over sum of N. Sum of X is the total defective items. So how you get the total defective items? Okay, you total up. Okay, number of defect per sample. So total up from sample number 1 until 10. So you get this figure 10. Sum of N, how you get the sum of N? Okay, sum of N you get, okay, there are 10 samples. So you multiply dengan each sample how many products you check. So 10 multiply with 20. This one. So you get 10 over 200. Your answer 0.05. Remember, N must be the product that you check. The small n is the product that you check. Okay, next steps. Okay, you need to find the S, P bar, standard deviation of average fraction defective. P bar in bracket 1 minus P bar over N, small n, the product that you check, square root. So, you get this answer, P bar, just take it back and put it inside the formula for S P bar. 0.05 multiply with in bracket 1 minus 0.05 over your small n, your sample size, the product that you check, 20, square root, don't forget. Apa yang students always do the mistakes over here, they wrongly choose the small n and they forget to draw the square root. Okay, if your SP bar is wrong, the rest of the question you answer will be wrong. So please be careful and please reduce the mistake. Okay, remember small n is the sample size, the product that you check, and square root, don't forget to use it inside your formula. Your answer will be 0.049. Next is, okay, you need to find the control limits. Okay, given in the question, dia dah bagi tahu siap-siap the value. For 95%, the Z-score value is 1.96. Okay, so remember for UCL, P bar plus in bracket means yang tadi Miss tunjuk dia punya formula lain, yang ini lain. Okay, terpulang. Macam ini lagi mudah. Kalau macam gini daripada textbook you, okay, takutlah nanti you terus tambahkan, lupa nak darabkan. Basically, kalau dekat dalam kurungan, you kena settlekan dahulu kan? Okay, sebab itulah I buat macam ni. So, settlekan siap-siap. Miss, saya nak buat macam ini, suka hati. Tak salah. Just be careful. That's all. Clear class? Okay. So, 0.05 plus 0.096. Okay. Equals to 0.146. Miss ni nak round off pada 2 decimal ke 3 decimal? Okay, everything 3 decimal except for the table 2 sahaja. Alright, so lower control limit P bar minus in bracket Z score value. Okay, the value, okay, depends on the question given. Multiply with your SP bar, standard deviation of average fraction defective. And then if you get the negative answer, you need to set the negative answer to become 0. Negative answer for lower control limit, change it to become 0. Okay, it's already noted over here. Okay, if LCL is negative, the limit should be set to 0. This one, tukar 0. Right, so next what you should do, Okay, so nak construct P chart ni. Okay, so macam nak construct, so you kena ada plotting, you kena cari fraction defective. Then only you draw this one. Fraction defective untuk plotting your graph over here. So inside your graph, you should have the proportion of defective, upper control limit, P bar and lower control limit also with the sample number. Okay, P bar the value, lower control limit the value. Lower control limit value is 0, upper control limit the value is 0.146. And then the plotting. Plotting ni lah comes from the fraction defective. Anything that falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit, it is acceptance region. Ni semua ni accept. Means tapi this one, kenapa dia lebih? Okay. Anything above the upper control limit and lower, okay, lower than the lower control limit, that is out of control and rejected. Okay, out of control and it is rejected. Okay, so what you should do? Okay, the conclusion. Ingat kelas, anything that falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit, it is accepted. This is acceptance region. Okay, so what you should do? Sample number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are accepted because it falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit. Meanwhile, sample on number 1 is rejected because it is out of control. So further investigation should be taken. Means boleh tak saya nak buat conclusion number 1, saya nak reject dulu? Boleh, no problem. Sample number 1 is rejected because it is out of control. Further investigation should be taken. Meanwhile, sample number 2 until number 10 is accepted because it falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit. Do you clear class or am I too fast? Nampak cepat ke?
Amelia, graf
Ya.
kena lukis dalam graf paper ke A4 pun boleh?
Tak apa. Rough paper pun tak apa. Paper biasa pun tak apa. Kalau you buat face to face, basically kita akan, kalau soalan macam ni, kita akan bagi graph paper lah.
Okay.
You rough paper, tiba-tiba rough paper. Sebabnya untuk final assessment, kalau soalan ni masuk, you tak perlu nak tunjukkan pun kan pada saya kan, betul tak? You just choose the answer sahaja. Remember, your final assessment only multiple choice answer. Question and answer. Tak perlu macam you punya quiz hari tu, you have to show me the working, right? So kalau tak ada working tu, I tolak markah. Kenapa? Bukan suka-suka. Memang macam itulah. Kalau final exam face to face, working tu memang kita akan bagi marks. Faham tak kelas?
Faham itu.
Okay. Alright. Okay, next. Ya, saya.
Saya nak tanya yang rejected out of control tu yang nombor 1 je ke?
Nombor 1 je. Ni sebenarnya, sebab ni actually daripada dalam buku slide you yang buku yang dulu tu. Yang warna purple. Purple ke? Antara purple dengan kuning tu lah sebelum dia tukar pada McGraw-Hill. Ini sepatutnya 1. Ni sepatutnya ke sini. Ni sepatutnya ke sini dia punya ni. Ni lari dia punya ni. Faham ke maksud saya?
So madam maknanya
1 je yang sample 1 is rejected. Ya?
Madam pergi dekat tu balik. Yang dari kosong tu sampai 0.15 tu accept lah. Lebih daripada tu
Tak,
reject.
0.15 tak accept. You accept sampai 0.146.
Oh, 0.1.
This one 0.015 kan? Kita cakap dekat dalam table tu decimal. Dekat dalam yang lain-lain pengiraan, P bar, SP bar, UCL, LCL 3 titik perpuluhan. Tapi bila you punya final assessment, you akan tengok kan, you baca soalan and then you tengok jawapan dulu kan. Faham ke kelas? Kalau kat jawapan ABCU tu 2 decimal, so everything you akan start daripada 2 decimal lah. Kalau 3 decimal, so everything you akan start daripada 3 decimal lah. Faham ke? Sebabnya kita kampus berbeza-beza, so pengkupas soalan berbeza-beza, so kita akan ambil daripada test bank. Tapi kalau face to face, you should be no problem lah, because actually depends. Contoh I cakap 3, so I akan bagi tahu pada kawan-kawan I yang menanda budak I. Okay, I dah bagi tahu pada my students, so they should give me 3 decimal. 3 decimal, 2 decimal, dia ada perbezaan dia. Nanti jawapan dia lari kan. So I akan bagi tahu pada my colleague. Okay, my student ada bagi tahu I nak 3 decimal. So siapa marking I punya paper, my student memang akan buat 3. Kalau siapa buat 4, siapa buat 5, siapa buat 6, salah je lah. Tak akan dapat final answer tak dapat marks untuk the final answer lah. Sebabnya jawapannya akan berbeza-beza. Faham ke kelas?
Faham tu.
Alright. Anything else?
No ada.
Right. Okay. So kalau negative, remember set to become 0. Okay. So 0. Right. So now we go to the second example. Okay. UiTM Computer Sdn Bhd employs production staff to assemble thousands of computers daily. Sample of work of 10 production staff are shown in the following table. 100 units of computers that were assembled by this staff were carefully examined and the error found were counted. The fraction defective of each sample was then computed. So you have the sample number, staff number 1 until 10. Okay, and then you have the fraction defective. Means tadi lain lah. Tadi adalah number of defects per sample. Okay, now dia bagi you fraction defective. So what we should do, because you mentioned to us, okay, the first step we need to find the P bar, average fraction defective. Sekarang dia bagi fraction defective. So what we should do, okay, the first thing you should identify is your small n. How much is your small n class? The sample size, the product that you check.
100.
Okay, 100 of computers. This is the product you check. Bukannya 10 production staff. You tak check your staff. But your staff check 100 units of computer per staff. So you have 10. So given here fraction defective. Okay. Baca soalan lagi sampai habis. Based on the historical data, calculate the control limit at 90% confidence interval, which is the Z-score value 164. Okay, dah tahu dah siap-siap dah bagi tahu. Okay, senang, tinggal ambil je. So in order to calculate the control limit, okay, so what you should do, you need to settle step number 1, step number 2, step number 3 in order to answer question 1. Question 2, on the next day, inspection that were done reveal the following data. So you have staff number 11 until 18. Okay, staff number 11 until 18, dia bagi number of defect. So what you should do, okay, this information, this data will be used in order to plot inside your chart. Okay, why? Because A, construct a P chart for the current samples. This one lah, current sample. You nak plot guna this one. Based on the information obtained in 1, you akan guna 1. Okay, 1 ni apa? You kena siapkan P bar, SP bar, UCL, LCL. Then plot, baru guna this information. Then this one is the conclusion. Okay, so what you should do? Okay, so you need to find the total defective item in order to find the P bar. Nak cari sum of X ni. So what you should do, you total up the fraction defective. Ni semua ni, tambahkan, total up all the fraction defective. And then what you should do, multiply with your sample size. So this is your total defective item. This one. Are you clear, class, over here?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. Next, you need to identify the sum of n. How to find the sum of n? Okay, remember sum of n is total sample size. You dah tahu sample size you adalah 100 units. How many staff are checking all the 100 units? 10. Miss ni kenapa Miss letak 100 dekat depan, yang ini 100 dekat belakang? Janji you faham apa you buat. That's all. Tak ada salah pun letak depan, letak belakang. No problem. Okay, so 40 over 1000. Okay, you get 0.04 over here. Masalah tak kat sini? Okey tak? Okay, cepat nak.
Okay then.
Okay. Right, next. Okay. You need to find the SP bar. Okay, SP bar equals to P bar in bracket 1 minus P bar over N square root. Okay, so P bar dah tahu dah. Dah dapat dah. Okay, multiply with in bracket 1 minus P bar over small n square root. Okay, so you get this answer. Miss kata nak 3 desimal tapi kenapa 2? Okay, ni dah memanglah dapat, you dapat 0.0196. So, round off lah jadi 3. Tak boleh nak jadi 3 dekat sini. So, you kenalah jadikan 2 sebabnya 9 kan. So, nombor yang sebelah ni kenalah change. 9 akan jadi 0. Are you clear class over here?
Yes, madam.
Okay, good. Next, after find the SP bar, what you should do? Find the UCL, upper control limit, equals to P bar, okay, plus Z SP bar. Miss tadi cakap lain lah. Ni sebab daripada buku. I ambil slide daripada buku je terus. Okay. Miss kalau saya nak buat Z darab dengan SP bar, boleh tak jadi masalah. Janji you faham apa yang you buat. Okay, P bar. Okay. Z is the score value. Z score value. Bukannya Z. Ni adalah 2. Ni Z. Okay. SP bar. Okay, you settlekan, you get your answer 0.07. Okay, for lower control limit equals to P bar minus upper tambah. Oops. Tambah. Upper tambah. Lower minus. Okay, in bracket Z multiply with SP bar. Okay, settlekan. You dapat positive answer. Miss, dapat positive answer. Nak tukar kepada kosong ke? No. Only for negative, then you tukar kepada kosong. Positive answer remain the same number. So, apa bezanya, Miss? Okay, bezanya. Saya tanya, saya jawab. Macam tu je lah kan. Okay, bezanya dekat dalam you punya graph. Nampak dekat sini? Positive answer, right? When you are plotting the graph, you should have the proportion of defective sample number, low control limit, P bar, upper control limit. Everything falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit, you accept. Kalau above, kalau above the upper control limit and below the lower control limit, you akan reject. Dekat sini. Ni tak sama Janganlah you dapat positive answer pun you letak juga kosong. Dah salah. Faham tak kelas? Close.
Faham, madam.
Right. So before you do the graph, you have to do the plotting. Okay, so this one. You need to find the fraction defective for staff number 11 until 18. Number of defect given right in the question. Okay, for staff number 11 until 18. Okay, so this one. So staff number 11, they find out there are 5 defects from the 100 units they check. Staff number 12, 3 defect from 100 they check, and so on until staff number 18. Again, in the table 2 decimal, the rest 3 decimal. Then only you plotting. Over here, you find out that the upper control limit for sample number 13 above. Okay. Sepatutnya 11 dekat sini, 12 dekat sini. Ni pun sebenarnya Zaz ke sana. Ke sana sikit. Ni ke sini. Faham ke kelas? Bismillah ni sebab saya ambil daripada sebab daripada PowerPoint sedia ada. Alright. So this one above the upper control limit, so it is rejected, out of control. Okay, sample number 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 are accepted because it falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit. Salah. Tengok ni. Ni terlebih sudah. Sample number 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 are accepted because it falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit. Meanwhile, sample number 13 is rejected as it is out of control. Ada je out of control, further investigation should be taken. Kena ada. Let's say kalau samples number 17 ni dekat bawah. So what you should do, class? If let's say the sample number 17 below, so what you should do? Rejected. So apa you punya conclusion? Sample number 11, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 18 are accepted because it falls within the upper control limit and lower control limit. Meanwhile, samples number 13 and 17 is out of control and it is rejected. Further investigation should be taken. Faham ke? Bolehkah? Ke terlampau cepat?
Faham.
Boleh, madam.
Alright. Anything you want to ask me? And then I already... dah letak belum dekat dalam team? Soalan?
Dah, madam.
Okay, so siapkan dan
jawab.
hantar. Apa?
Kena
apa,
jawab
apa?
soalan satu pun jawab 3 soalan sebab madam ada bagi 2 ni PDF.
Dua-dua PDF tu kena buat. Sebab satu PDF tu cuma satu je soalan. Okay,
Alright.
dan juga this one. Siapkan. Example 3. So ada 3, 4, ada 5 soalan lah, tak silap saya. Boleh ke? Hantar sebelum hari Rabu, hantar hari Selasa sebelum pukul 4 petang. Sebabnya kalau you hantar lambat, kadang-kadang saya akan download sehari sebelum. Kenapa kalau download pada hari kejadian, dia lambat bila semua orang dah ada kan? Faham ke? Leceh, lambat. Faham ke kelas? Nanti akan ambil masa. Boleh tak kelas?
Boleh, madam.
Okay, and then boleh tak hari ni I habiskan kelas awal? Macam julung-julung kali pula kan lecture kelas awal? Tiba-tiba julung-julung kali. Pernahkah I habis awal sebelum ni? Oh, kelas. Dengar ke tak dengar budak-budak ni? Ada ke tak ada? Boleh ke atas katil budak-budak ni semua ni? Okay, so thank you so much for today. Don't forget to submit your assignment, okay, the written report by next week. Okay, nanti I letak folder. I tengoklah ada letak folder ke belum, nanti I kena check balik. Soalnya ada dua subjek. I memang ada 2 assignment. Okay, so report by next week kena hantar. By next week minggu ke?
13.
Okay, by next week kena hantar. Okay, and then you punya video tu sehari selepas Raya Haji. Kenapa video tu I nak kena hantar awal? I kena dengar IBB dulu. Berpuluh grup. Okay, so I nak kena tengok I boleh buka ke tak boleh buka. Kalau tak boleh buka, you kena redo. Maksudnya kena save dengan benda yang lain kan, dengan yang compatible untuk I tengok dan check. And then satu kumpulan leader je yang akan hantar. Okay, untuk video hantar sekali dengan PDF you punya solution, you punya jalan kerja. Faham tak? Dalam bentuk PDF dan juga video tu of course lah you punya presentation. And then PDF you punya calculation tu. Leader saja yang akan hantar. Okay, same goes for the report, leader saja yang akan hantar. Ya. I terbalik Okey, salah. Video dulu baru hantar report kan? Betul tak? Sorry ya. Sebab mata I sakit dan I pun tak boleh berfikir dengan betulnya. Mata I memang merah gila ni lepas nak pergi klinik. Okey, so hantar video dulu baru report. Ya, terima kasih kerana perbetulkan saya. Siapa tadi? Sofia. Okey, kenapa? Sebab video tu yang I nak kena download dulu awal. Gitu. Yang report tu baru minggu yang last. Lepas tu you punya paper dah keluar Timetable you dah keluar belum I tak boleh nak check. Masa I jadi PP I boleh lah check. Sekarang I tak boleh nak check. You punya exam dah keluar belum? Biasa you akan tengok dekat mana? Kat student portal kan? Ke bukan? Hari exam. Oh you all. Apa? Dapat daripada mana? Class rep. Selalu dapat daripada mana class rep? Mana class rep you?
Mu'ad.
Apa?
Mu'ad.
Oh dia ada muat. Tak ada bagi tahu saya pun apa-apa. Ada ke? Entah, I tak tengok WhatsApp. Nanti tanya kelas rep. Okey, kiranya nanti dekat senarai nama you buat dalam bentuk yang dalam bentuk Word tu. Okey, you letak, you highlight kan siapa yang hantar untuk report, siapa yang hantar untuk video. Sebabnya tak nak semua orang hantar. Satu grup, satu wakil sahaja. So dekat list name tu you highlight kan siapa yang hantar untuk report, siapa yang hantar untuk video. Kalau dua-dua orang yang sama, so highlightkan lah dua-dua orang yang sama. Kalau orang berbeza, highlight kan. Are you clear class?
Ya, madam.
Okay, anything else? Kenapa I record ini? Anything
Yang
else?
video tu kau,
Apa?
yang video tu kau week 13 kan kena hantar. Lepas tu hari apa ni tu?
Hari Jumaat paling lambat nanti I letak.
Okay, macam.
Jumaat ke? Jumaat lah nak buat kerja tu. Hari Khamis boleh tak? Boleh ke?
Boleh.
Okay. Siapa grup yang lambat, maksudnya yang dapat soalan yang inventory mungkin you perlukan masa, okay, PM tepi. Tapi yang untuk project management, untuk aggregate planning, tak boleh hantar lambat.
Okay, madam.
Right. Anything else you want to ask me? Kenapa pula I record lagi tadi? I dah. Macam tu lah. Cik Wahyu pula kehidupan I hari ni. Okay. Anything lagi apa-apa nak tanya?
No, madam.
Tak ada, madam.
Okay, alright. Okay, thank you so much for today. Don't forget your future. Take care and stay safe, alright? Thank you, class.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Most
madam.
welcome. Most welcome. Most welcome. Ya, saya Sarah. Sofia. Sarah pula. Serius? Serius? Stop. Stop. Habis tu tadi dia masuk tak yang tadi? Oh, ya ke? Okay. Maaflah sebab saya pun tak tahu sangat team ni. Okay. Saya sebenarnya tadi nak tekan stop. Lepas tu saya dah tekan stop. Lepas tu saya tekan balik semula record tu. Okay, menggelapar lah saya ni. Sekarang dah? Tapi recorded 46 second aja. Oh, ya ke? Okay, alright. Okay, thank you, Sophia. Okay, welcome.